There are plans by the Andrew Holness-led administration to cut the budget of several ministries in order to obtain enough funds to offset the cost to repair damaged roads across the island. But President of the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions, Helene Whyte, says additional funds are needed to pay the road damage bill. She says the government will have a challenge on its hand in addressing both the COVID-19 crisis and the natural disaster. She added that at this point, the government needs to approach the IMF.
But one of the things that I think presents some kind of ability of the government is the debt to GDP ratio, which is part of the IMF agreement. I believe that the International Monetary Fund will be understanding, and you see, if that debt to GDP ratio is reduced, then more money becomes available to be used for these kinds of activities, which are about trying to, deal with the infrastructure as a result, the infrastructure damage caused by the flood rain. So I think they need to look at those things. It may not be what they want, but as I said, most countries of the world have had to make some shifts in their economic program and all their targets in order to accommodate what is happening now.
Back in May, the finance minister disclosed that the IMF had agreed to the plan to push back by 2 years the timeline for achieving the 60% debt to GDP target in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. In the meantime, Mrs. Whyte says now is the time for the government to put on its thinking cap in order to identify new funds to respond to the crises.
I don't think the country can afford at this time to have more dislocation, and therefore, if something isn't done quickly, I think the effects in terms of the economy is even going to be greater than is projected at this point in time.